Guys, today I want to talk about the current demonetization process going on YouTube. Recently, and this isn't actually a recent thing, this started a little while back, but recently, and by recent, at time of filming, I'm talking a few days ago at time of filming, people now have started noticing that a lot of their videos, the ads have been removed, and they've been removed to a point where they can't monetize at all, period. A little while back, YouTube stated that they wanted to start implementing tougher policies on basically what ads can be ran on certain videos depending on the content. Well, very recently, at time of filming, we're talking just a few days ago, YouTube implemented that, and content creators are popping up all over the internet and saying that, hey, I've had 10 videos demonetized, I've had 20 videos demonetized, I've had my entire catalog demonetized, things like that. So let me try to break this down a little bit for you. Now, first and foremost, let me put this out here. I'm not going to take any kind of political stance. I've seen people say, oh, it's the butthurt SJW world we live in these days, where advertisers you know, want to appeal to you know, basically stay safe. Okay, I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to go a political route with, you know, YouTube turning from the initial creation of it to give creative freedom to big business that it is today. There's actually, I saw a video just this morning on that, and he kind of does a pretty decent job, in my opinion, getting into the political aspect of things, or at least his opinion of. If you want to go watch that, it was by Computing Forever. And the video, I'll link it, but it's called #AdsenseGate, the truth about YouTube demonetization. This definitely takes a very political stance, and he even goes into examples of how he made a video kind of anti-Hillary, it got flagged, ads weren't ran on it, did another one anti-Trump, and nothing happened. So if you want that political stance, this isn't it. This isn't the video for you. This ain't the platform for you. Go watch this guy, Computing Gaming. Is that what I said? Computing Forever. Sorry. Go watch him. Listen to his take on it. I'm gonna get into more a business dollars and cents take on all of this, and then I'm going to get into some common sense. Aimed more towards the advertisers instead of content creators and the viewer and listener out there. Because I myself, although I'm a content creator, I am a viewer. I watch YouTube. I don't have television. I mean, I have a TV, obviously. I play video games. Look behind me. But I don't watch cable. I haven't had cable in years. I haven't had cable in years and years and years and years. Why? Because Netflix and because YouTube. And you know, various streaming sites, and people use them, Amazon Prime and Hulu and all that stuff. That is my current television. My television goes on to watch Netflix, to play video games. The only time my television goes on for any kind of TV whatsoever would be playoff time during NBA season, during football. I watch football on Sundays. I love to talk shit about the Cowboys, and if you're gonna hate on something, you need to know as much as you can about them to be able to talk shit and not look like an idiot. And baseball, of course, I love baseball. So when playoff time rolls around, or if I'm sitting around on a random day, nothing to do, I can flip on TV and watch a baseball game on, you know, Fox or whatever. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit off topic here, sort of. So let's get back on track. So what is this demonetization policy, if you will? I'm going to kind of paraphrase some of it here. Basically, YouTube says there's a difference between the free expression that lives on YouTube and the content that brands have told us they want to advertise against. Our advertiser-friendly content policies set the tone for which videos can earn revenue, ensuring that ads only appear where they should. To make sure we apply this process fairly, we also give creators the chance to appeal if they feel any of their videos have been fairly demonetized. We take these steps because advertisers' confidence is critical to the financial success of our creators. I think that's false, but I'll get into that again, like I said. So basically what this is saying, if the advertisers, if the McDonald's of the world, the Johnson Johnsons of the world, the Toyotas of the world, the, you know, insert any random company of the world, decides, I don't want my ad played on this video because of the topic matter, because of the subject matter. They've let YouTube know that, and YouTube will not play that video. Now, That's their right. That's just the way it is. If you want to really break it down and get down to I don't know, brass tacks, or just like, here's some fact for you, they have the right to do that. Unfortunately, they have the right to do that. Now, here's the thing, and here's why YouTube is bending on this. And videos with hate speech towards certain people, certain demographics of people, the gay community being one of them. Anything like that, any kind of hate speech. And you know what? While I am a firm believer in freedom of speech, freedom of expression, I'm also a firm believer in the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. We live in a fucked up, hate-filled world. So if the advertisers decide, I don't want to support that kind of thing, I'm going to pull my ad from it, I think it's good for them, but at the same time, it's not going to stop it. And that's where this comes in. Pulling these ads off of these videos like this isn't going to stop these videos. It isn't going to make people hate gays any more or less, or hate a certain politician any less than they already do. It's not going to happen. You know, if YouTube really wanted to get in something like that, instead of pulling the ads, pull the videos. And I'm not saying that's what you should do, because again, freedom of speech and whatever. You know, while I don't agree with hate speech and shit like that, it doesn't bother me. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Because just because you're filled with hate, that's not going to rub off on me because you're sitting in front of a camera saying fuck this group and fuck this color and fuck this guy and this politician and whatever else. I make my own decisions. I formulate my own thoughts. So that's the thing, is pulling these ads from these videos that promote hate speech and whatnot, it's not going to end the videos. It's not going to end hate in this world. It's just not going to happen. I personally don't even see it as a step in the right direction on getting rid of anything like this. The videos are still going to be made. Let's assume KKK has a YouTube page, and I don't know that they do, okay? I'm not saying that they do. Go check, because I really don't know. You think if they're not getting advertised ran on their videos anymore, they're going to go, well, fuck, maybe we need to stop talking about... No, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Sorry, it's just not gonna. So now let's get into some dollars and cents with this. Supposedly over 250 advertisers have already, reportedly, allegedly, or we're being told at least, have already started pulling ads. And major brand companies, like I mentioned earlier, McDonald's, Toyota, Johnson & Johnson, things like that, have started pulling ads. Someone said in Australia there were two big companies, one of them being a car company, Kia maybe. I don't know, I may be wrong on that, but Kia or Hyundai or some bullshit like that has pulled ads like completely from, but they have stricter rules usually than we do over here in the United States. But that's neither here nor there, it's still happening. So imagine this for a minute. Supposedly there's a $750 million pullback that's going to happen from all these companies. They're going to say, okay, we're, you know, collectively we give you X amount of dollars, we're going to take that back. Imagine for a second if you had $10 and somebody wants $7.50 of that. You're left with $2.50. Now that's just an example. I don't know what YouTube's making, okay? But to be reported that $750 million in advertising revenue is going to be taken back, that's big. That's a huge hit. Like I said, if you have $10 and someone wants to take $7.50 of that, you're left with $2.50. It's kind of a big deal. Now put that on a bigger, broader scale. Hell, let's go $100, and someone wants to take 75 of that from you. I'd be more pissed off with that than someone taking $7.50 from me, just because. Okay. Here's the thing with that. For YouTube to say, or to allow these advertisers to say, okay, we're not going to put your ads on videos with this particular content and whatever else. It doesn't hurt YouTube. It helps YouTube because they're getting their money. Their money doesn't come from the ads ran on each video. Our money comes from the ads ran on each video. Okay? YouTube gets paid. It's YouTube's job to take these ads. Let's say McDonald's goes to YouTube and says, hey, we want to do, I don't know, 5 million ad impressions for this time period. You know, that means in a 5 month, 6 month, 1 month, whatever time frame, whatever the deal is worked out to be, YouTube has to run 5 million. This is just an example, okay? Obviously, I'm not putting out true numbers here. Could be higher, could be lower, whatever. But YouTube says, okay, we're going to run 5 million ads on 5 million different videos. Okay, so that's how that works. So YouTube is getting paid for that. The ads that run on our videos is how the content creator gets paid. So an ad not running on one of our videos doesn't affect YouTube at all. At all. Okay? And I've heard people say, is this the end of YouTube? Fuck no, it ain't the end of YouTube. And let me tell you why, okay? So PewDiePie, there's an example. He started getting videos flagged and getting advertisers pulled and this and that and everything else. Even the #1 YouTuber in YouTube land with 54 million subscribers at time of filming plus, he's insignificant to YouTube. He's insignificant in the grand scheme of things to how YouTube makes their money. Now let me explain this. 54 million subscribers, that's great, that's awesome, okay? That means that you would definitely want to put ads on this man's videos because he reaches a very large audience, right? Right, okay. Now, let's break this down to video views. At time of filming, he is like 14.9 billion video views. Yes, that's impressive. But if we want to match what PewDiePie is doing, and this is the thing, and this is why YouTube doesn't give a fuck about the PewDiePies of the world. And if they don't give a fuck about the PewDiePies of the world, they don't give a fuck about the Game Chasers of the world, and the Shady J's of the world, and the fucking Alpha Omega Sins of the world, and the Pat the NES Punks of the world, and even smaller channels, you know, the JKBs of the world, the Game Sacks, and the Dreamcast guys, and, you know, just, and these are just my friends I'm thinking of right now, right? They don't care about us. If they don't give a shit about PewDiePie, they don't give a fuck about us. PewDiePie's here, we're here. We don't matter, okay? You, PewDiePie at the top, don't matter to YouTube. And I'm about to explain why. So if you want to get into, well, there's 55 million viewers that they're not going to be tapping into anymore. Okay, let me put it to you in numbers terms. You guys have heard of Vivo, right? The music YouTube channels. Every artist has a Vivo channel. It's just their name and Vivo. That's it, okay? We can match PewDiePie's numbers, subscriber-wise, with 2 channels, Justin Bieber and Rihanna. Collectively, they have almost as many subscribers as PewDiePie does. Now, let's talk about video views. I said PewDiePie has 14.9 billion video views. That's matched with just Justin Bieber. He has 14.7 billion video views on his Vivo channel with half the subscribers. Is it making sense? This is why PewDiePie don't matter, because you got one channel that has as many video views as PewDiePie. So you can take all this advertising money, and Vivo's safe, the music's safe. The content ain't gonna matter. That's not going to matter. That's not going to be affected by this, and that's the thing. Now, this is maybe getting into a little more politics, but the music ain't going to matter. You know why it ain't going to matter? Because these first of all, Justin Bieber's not making anything political. Neither is Rihanna, okay? They're going to make safe content for the masses. That's who they appeal to, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But that's my point, is that Justin Bieber, with just 200 million views less than PewDiePie, that's where the ads are going to go. Now, 200 million views, you might say, damn, that's a lot of fucking views. It is, but not when you're talking about damn near 15 billion video views. All Justin Bieber has to do is release another song, and he's going to match PewDiePie. He's going to surpass PewDiePie. It's just the way. He has videos that have over 1 billion views each, okay? And now, here's the thing with that. Let's say I want to go binge watch Justin Bieber for whatever fucking reason. I'm only using him because he's the top Vivo channel out there when it comes to, you know, the Vivo music. I want to binge watch Justin Bieber for whatever fucking reason, okay? And I even, for this video, I went and typed in baby. Has over 1.1 billion views, all right? And the ad started to play, I hit refresh. I did this 2 or 3 times. Here's the thing. When he comes out with a new song, now let me put this in perspective. With 28 million subscribers that Justin Bieber has, he has almost 15 billion views. That means all of these people are watching these videos multiple times. Okay? So when an ad runs on these videos, here's what's happening. The first time I played it, it was a Halo ad. I like video games. Let me watch this trailer because, oh, it's a new Halo game coming out maybe? Cool, let me watch this trailer. I hit refresh. It was a Netflix ad for one of their exclusive Marvel programs that they've got on. I like comic book movies and TV shows. Let me watch this trailer. It appeals to a guy like me who might want to listen to not even Justin Bieber, anybody, doesn't matter, okay? I hit refresh again, another Netflix ad for another exclusive show that they do, and I don't remember what it was. You know what the fuck I do for a living? That's Billy, actually. But this is my point. They're gonna run all these different ads and all these different companies on this same video and appeal to a huge mass of people without PewDiePie. Okay, and if they can do it without PewDiePie, now that's just Justin Bieber and that's just Rihanna. Now add in the Adeles, the Katy Perrys, the Taylor Swifts, the Ariana Grandes, the fucking Eminems and Maroon 5s and Metallicas of the world, and then PewDiePie becomes even less significant in the grand scheme of it all. Okay, and not only that, when you get into other content creators who are doing quote unquote safe material, okay, and I don't mean, you know, they're making a conscious effort to not, they just don't do it because maybe they're smart enough to realize, hey, let me keep politics talk out of this. Let me keep religion and race talk out of this because that's not the audience that I'm after here. You know, I'm going after this certain demographic. So let's add all these beauty vloggers with millions of subscribers and the Jenna Marbles of the world and the Miranda Sings of the world who do quote unquote safe content. They're still going to put ads on these people's videos. Now, if you add all of that up, you know, the people complaining about this don't matter. They don't matter to YouTube, especially when YouTube gets to keep their money, okay? Also, this is funny. Certain political talks and whatever, oh, no, you can't do that. We're taking your ad from you. But all these big news outlets, CNN, MSNBC, and all this other stuff, they all have YouTube videos. Okay, TV shows now have YouTube channels. Ellen DeGeneres, there's another one, 19 million subscribers. Okay, they're going to put these ads somewhere else. So in the grand scheme of things, small channels like mine, even big channels like PewDiePie, it don't matter to YouTube. YouTube don't fucking care. It's a known fact that YouTube doesn't protect content creators. Fuck, I made a video just a few days ago on Nintendo and how they take monetization and fair use and all that. They don't give a shit. They just don't. That's just the way it is. Now, let me drop some common sense knowledge here for you advertisers out there. Just because someone might listen to an Alpha Omega Sin type of channel where he looks like an angry fucking Viking yelling into the camera and every other word out of his mouth is a cuss word as fuck, that doesn't mean we don't need cars and diapers and food and things of that nature. Okay, just because you know you're watching, you know, the people who watch Game Chasers and over there we're making dick and fart jokes and having fun and cutting up like I would assume friends do when they're around each other, doesn't mean the people who watch Game Chasers don't need watches and shoes and video games. Okay, this is my point. You're pulling your advertising, for my opinion, for the wrong reasons. You're still missing out on a certain demographic of people. You're missing out on viewers nonetheless, regardless of what they're choosing to watch and choosing to view. Now, look, I get it. The fucking United States has, what, 325 million people in it. It's big. China has more. You know, worldwide, we're talking, I don't know, 1 billion people probably, more. I don't know the numbers. I'm not a statistician. Ain't that the word? Anyways, my point is this. I've never watched an Alpha Omega Sin video. I use him as an example because of how raw and raunchy he can be on camera. And yes, I can say this about him. He's a personal friend of mine. But I've never watched one of his videos and had a Johnson & Johnson ad pop up and go, oh my God, Johnson & Johnson's a family company. You know, they make no more tears. Why is this video on here? I'm not going to go buy Johnson & Johnson products anymore. I've never done that. But I sure as fuck have seen a McDonald's ad on a gaming historian video and thought to myself, damn, now I'm hungry. I need a Royale with cheese. All right. Now, YouTube, this is where maybe we get into McDonald's don't want to advertise with you. Fuck them. Show me a Chris sandwich. Show me a fucking Wendy's commercial, a Subway commercial, a Chick-fil-A commercial, KFC, fucking Chipotle. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You got an entire fucking department that's doing that, that's calling these fucking companies and saying, advertise with YouTube, advertise for YouTube, because we have 17 trillion fucking people watching every single day. Advertise with YouTube, advertise with you. Do your job and go out and find different advertisers. Okay? You know what that means? That means McDonald's is going to start hurting. Not really, because it's McDonald's. Let's be honest. Okay? But if I see a Wendy's ad for their newest spicy chicken sandwich or whatever, that's going to prompt me to go, you know what, that sounds pretty fucking good. Let me go try that out. I'm just saying, okay? I'm not going to stop watching or stop buying a product because it's on a certain video. It's at the beginning of a certain video. If anything, if I see a Huggies commercial or Pampers commercial, I'm going to go, fuck, I need diapers. I forgot about that. Let me run out and buy some Pampers. And I'm choosing the brand I'm choosing because you're probably the better brand. Anyone who's ever had a fucking kid, you know Huggies and Pampers are probably the two best diapers out there. Why? Because they absorb more, prevent less blowouts, and you know exactly what I'm talking about with that. But this is my point. You're buying this product because you use this product because you believe in this product. You're not going to stop buying this product because... And here's the other thing. Computing Forever said it best. You know, we're mature enough to watch the content we're watching, but we still need these products. We still buy these products. We're not going to stop buying these products. You're catering to that audience. That audience is choosing to watch whatever channel we're watching, whatever content we're watching. You don't have to pull the ads from that because we're not going to go, oh shit, you obviously support the way this content creator thinks, the way this YouTuber feels, and the way this YouTuber talks. You support this kind of language and this kind of thought process and whatever else because your ad is running on there. No, that's YouTube putting that on there. YouTube, you can help fix this problem. You know how? On a gaming related channel, put a gaming related ad up. Okay, I get kind of ecstatic when I'm talking about a video game and there's an actual ad for a video game. I did a video on Lego Batman, I think, or Lego something or other. And, oh, it was my Lego build video is what it was. I built a freaking Lego set. And there was an ad for Lego Batman, the movie. I kind of got a little giddy about that because it was appropriate, and that just doesn't happen very often. So there are measures and processes that can be taken to help fix this quote-unquote issue that advertisers are having. Okay, so McDonald's, you don't want your shit on anything that's going to have anything to do with any derogatory comments towards any kind of social class out there. Fine, we won't put them on there. No problem. Replace that ad with something else. But YouTube instead is just saying, okay, no ads, no ads, no ads, no ads, no ads, no ads, period. It don't make sense. Run a movie trailer ad. You know, run a, and you advertisers out there, you're missing out. You're missing out on the people who watch these channels. You're not advertising your product to everyone who should be seeing your product. You're missing out. Now, the problem is with content creators, we have nowhere to go. YouTube is the place. I know there's a couple of other things starting to pop up. VidMe, I've got my shit on there. I know a lot of other YouTubers who have gaming YouTubers specifically who have their stuff on there. But I don't know at this point if they're running ads. I don't know. They're new. They're startups. They don't have the clout and the money behind them like YouTube does. And they're never gonna until they start getting that advertising money. But that's the problem. And this is why YouTube gets to run rampant because no one's opposing them. You know, there's no competition. Competition is good. You know, if Ford made a car and no one else, if Ford made a truck, no one else made a truck, Ford can go, we're going to charge $100 million for our vehicle because we can, because no one else makes a truck. But no, that's why we have every other car manufacturer out there making trucks. Competition to get a piece of that pie, to get a piece of the money. Chevy makes a truck. Toyota makes a truck. Honda makes a truck. Everybody makes a truck these days. It helps regulate things. I think that's a big problem with YouTube is there's no regulation. There's no, they don't fall under like, you know, the fucking FCC or anything. We get to do, they get to do what they want. Not we get to, not anymore. Apparently we don't get to do what we want anymore because otherwise there's going to be repercussions for it. So that's, you know, from a little bit of a business standpoint and a numbers standpoint, that's why YouTube's doing what they're doing. So them not running ads to recap on certain videos doesn't hurt them. It doesn't cost them money. If PewDiePie went away, it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of it because they have a multitude of channels that are going to bury the amount of views that PewDiePie gets and the amount of subscribers that PewDiePie gets collectively, obviously. And again, the prime example was go to Justin Bieber's fucking Vivo. Go to socialblade.com. Justin Bieber Vivo, PewDiePie Vivo, or PewDiePie, and you can compare the stats. I'm not making this shit up. So that's that. I don't really know what else to say about it. I'm typically pretty safe on my channel here with stuff like that. I'm going to keep making, you know, and other people are saying, well, crowdsourcing, you know, is going to be the way with stuff like Patreon and whatnot like that. Well, a lot of us are already doing that. If it turns to a point where let me just kill my channel because YouTube is so bullshit and with their policies and whatnot like that. I mean, maybe you see people do that. Maybe you see people start jumping ship and going the way of their own websites or, you know, other video outlets like VidMe or whatever. I'm sure it's going to happen. But YouTube ain't going anywhere. Just look outside your little bubble of the content you create. YouTube ain't going anywhere. It's not the downfall of YouTube that I've been seeing titled on videos and shit like that. And I'm sure that's probably just fucking clickbait or whatever. But from a business standpoint, this makes sense that YouTube is doing what they're doing. Whether I agree with it or not, it's just the way. Again, I think they should tell advertisers, okay, you don't want your stuff played on these videos? No problem, we won't play your stuff on these videos. What can we put on these videos? But at the end of the day, they don't make money on our views. They don't. They don't make money on the ads that run on our channel. YouTube makes their money on the front end and then pays us out essentially pennies. And it's just the way it is. That's just business. That's just life. That's just how it is. So put your thoughts down below. Let's start a debate. You know, tell me what you think. If there's something I left out, forgot, if there's something you don't agree with me on, please voice your opinion. But of course, as always, be constructive in your comments. Be nice because, you know, at the beginning of this video, I said we live in a hate-filled world, and we do. So let's be nice and have a discussion.